This is the Panasonic LUMIX GM1. It is the world's smallest interchangeable lens camera. It was released in the year 2013, but it is still so popular and highly sought after today in the used market. What makes this camera so special? That's what we want to talk about in this video. Let's do this! This Panasonic GM1 was basically born in the wrong era. Back in the year 2012 when the camera was launched, at that time, DSLR cameras, they are dominant. Basically, DSLR cameras, they are the top selling cameras everywhere in the world. And that's not surprising because when we think about DSLR cameras back then, we think about professional photographers who use the camera. It's associated as high-grade professional cameras. And smaller cameras are meant to be compact, point and shoot, something that is used for casual snapshots. They're not used for professional environment. Therefore, at that time, even the mirrorless cameras that sell really well, they were also shaped like DSLR cameras. For something so small to be launched back then, people will not think that this camera is that capable. Psychologically, people will not go for this GM1 back then because small cameras that perform really well, they have not existed yet. But GM1 was the first to prove that you can make a really small camera without compromising performance and image quality. Of course, people realize it now today how special this GM1 really is, and that's why it is so popular now. This Panasonic GM1 is the world's smallest interchangeable lens camera. Being the smallest camera that can change lens makes this GM1 truly unique. It is even smaller than Nikon's J1, which has a smaller sensor, the 1-inch type sensor. And some people would say, Robin, you're wrong. The world's smallest interchangeable lens camera is the Pentax Q. Guess what? I have the Pentax Q, and I've compared the Pentax Q against this GM1 side by side. You know what? GM1 is smaller. And the fact that the Pentax Q has a nano-sized image sensor, and this GM1 has a micro four thirds size sensor, which is like 10,000 times larger than that sensor in the Pentax Q. And yet the GM1 can make the camera so much smaller. This GM1 is truly something unique. I think people have realized this over the years. Having a truly small, truly compact form factor camera that still has the benefits of a micro four thirds size sensor, which is not small by the way. This makes this GM1 so popular today. The ability to change lens and use micro four thirds lenses, that made this GM1 truly special. In terms of lens collection, micro four thirds is very vast. Whatever you want to do, say macro photography, there's dedicated macro lenses. Or if you want zoom and further reach, there's telephoto zoom lens as well. And generally, micro four thirds lenses, they are very sharp, yet they are made to be so small and so compact, it matches this tiny size of the GM1 very well. If you want to make the footprint really small, you want a minimal setup, you can choose the smaller size, compact size micro four thirds lenses to keep this setup really compact and truly pocketable. Whatever you want to do, there are many choices in terms of micro four thirds lenses. There's a lot you can do with the GM1, and that's what makes it so special today. Although Although this GM1 is an old camera now, it's what, a 12 years old camera, it is still a truly capable camera. It is more than sufficient for most photography needs. In terms of autofocus, it is fairly fast. For single autofocus performance, you can just half press the shutter button on whatever area that's selected on the screen, and the autofocus lock is almost instantaneous. When it comes to image quality, definitely more than sufficient. I have no issue getting sufficient dynamic range or even high ISO performance in low light shooting. This camera can still perform really well. And this 16 megapixels micro four thirds sensor, it may be aging now, it is not the sensor available today, but when you shoot in good lighting condition, it can still give you plenty of resolution, good contrast. I'm very happy with the results I get from this GM1. If you compare with more modern solutions, even the latest and greatest smartphones from today, the flagship smartphones, you will see that the results from this GM1 is more organic, it's pleasing, more natural, less harsh HDR-ish processing. You get better results shooting with a real camera with large micro four thirds sensor like this GM1. Another contributing factor to the popularity of the GM1 is the resurgence of compact cameras. And that's basically due to the oversaturation market of smartphones. Everyone has a smartphone now, and smartphone cameras in the latest models that promise the moon and that deliver nothing. Don't get me wrong, I admit there's a place for smartphone photography, and admittedly smartphone cameras, they've come a long way, they have better hardware today, they have better, more advanced processing, but smartphone images, they still look like smartphone images with over-processing, HDR look, aggressive noise reduction, smearing of fine details, poor contrast, really fake garish-looking colors and skin tone, and just over-sharpening everywhere. That's just trying to make the images look good, but it lacks the organic, natural rendering of a true camera. And I suppose people are looking at real cameras because those people who have discovered photography using smartphone, they want to do more. They want to do macro photography, ultra wide angle, they want to do super zoom or wildlife photography. They want true bokeh, real bokeh, rather than the fake bokeh rendering of the smartphone camera, which can look really, really bad. So they want the more natural outcome of a real camera and the experience of using a true camera with better handling and true feel of the shutter button click. I guess going back to basics, going back to real cameras, that's where compact cameras come in. Smartphone users, maybe they don't really want to use something as large and heavy as a DSLR or the bulkier mirrorless cameras out there today. They look for compact cameras. And older compact cameras, they are cheaper. They may not necessarily want to splurge on the latest and greatest cameras. So the older camera like this GM1 from more than 10 years ago, it fits that position perfectly. I personally believe that this is the perfect time for Panasonic to update their GM1. Bring back the GM1 or the GM5 series cameras. I think these cameras, they'll definitely do well. They'll sell like hotcakes today. The demand is very obvious. There's definitely a lot of people wanting a smaller size cameras that is truly capable. And there's really nothing like this GM1 or GM5 series cameras. Do you agree with my thoughts? Please share your opinion in the comments below. If you've enjoyed my sharing and the photographs I've shared in this particular video, please consider buying me a cup of coffee, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal, or you can join as a member on this channel. Any support, any contribution goes a long way. It will definitely encourage me to do more and share as much as I can on this channel. Until the next one, please go out and take more photographs. Bye-bye.